This lesson is on multiplying polynomials with the box method. There's 3 methods that we've been learning about how to multiply polynomials. One was using the distributive property. There's this method with the box method, and then we'll get into FOIL. The box method is a great method if you are a visual learner and you like to see it. It's just a more visual way of multiplying these polynomials. So let's take a look at this example. We have x plus 5 times x plus 8. The first thing we're going to do is we see that we have 2 terms in each polynomial that we're multiplying by. Therefore, we're going to make a 2 by 2 box. 2 rows, 2 columns. You're essentially making one set of rows for each term of one polynomial and one set of columns for each term in the second polynomial. So I'm going to make a box like this, and then I'm going to line up. Each square is going to align with one term. So it doesn't matter which one I put on the top and which one I put on the side, but I'm going to put x plus 5 on the side. So this first set of squares aligns with x. The second set of squares aligns with positive 5. I recommend that you put the sign in front just to make sure everything stays according to the proper number. So since I put x plus 5 going down, I'm going to put x plus 8 going across. Now, if you know Punnett squares in biology, this is a very similar process. We have the rows and the columns, and where they intersect is where we're going to be multiplying. So for instance, the column here, x, when it intersects with the row, that's where you're going to be multiplying. So x times x will be right here. X times positive 5 will be right here. X times positive 8 will be right here. And positive 8 times positive 5 will be right here. So where they intersect is where you're going to multiply. So x times x is going to be x squared. X times positive 5 is 5x. X times positive 8 is 8x. And 5 times 8 is 40. Now the great thing about this method is that, and this will happen every single time, our diagonals will always line up with similar terms. So we can visually see our combining like terms. So essentially, once we've made this box, we're adding together every single square. So x squared plus 8x plus 5x plus 40. However, as I said, with the diagonal, you can see 5x plus 8x. We know that these add together, and that becomes 5x plus 8x, which equals 13x. So immediately we can put our answer together, saying x squared plus 13x plus 40. And that is our final and simplified answer. So looking at another example, we have m minus 4, m minus 9. So I'm going to draw my box. I know that again I'm going to have 2 rows because I have 2 terms, and 2 columns because I have 2 terms. And I'm going to label them m negative 4 and m negative 9. Again, we're going to multiply according to where they intersect. So m times m is m squared. M times negative 4 is negative 4m. M times negative 9 is negative 9m. And negative 4 times negative 9 is 36. Now remember, it's positive 36 because a negative times a negative is a positive. Again, we can see our diagonals line up, so we know we can add those immediately, and negative 4m minus 9m is negative 13m. And then putting this all together, we have m squared minus 13m plus 36, and that is our final answer. Now I'd like you to pause the video and try this example on your own, doing the same thing even though we have coefficients in front of our variables. Okay, hopefully you've tried out the problem. Now let's go over it and see if you got it correct. I still have 2 terms and 2 terms, so I'm going to want a 2 by 2 box. I'm going to put my first variable going down the side, so 2w, negative 5. And then my second polynomial, my second binomial, 3w, positive 6. Now if we multiply this out, we have 2w times 3w. 2 times 3 is 6. W times w is w squared. And we have negative 5 times 3w. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15w. We have 2w times positive 6. 2 times 6 is 12w. Then we have negative 5 times 6, which is negative 30. Again, we see that our diagonals line up, so we know our final answer is going to be 6w squared. Negative 15 plus 12 is negative 3w minus 30. If you got this correct, then you understand how to do the box method.